Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. In this short presentation, I'm going to present some basics principles for graphic design for brochure and flyer for the purpose of your project, your first project one, which is about designing a grammar or vocabulary lesson to explain to students. It is for learning purpose. So it is directed to students. We are going to design it. We are going to consider designing elements, the content, and the submission time as this rubrics for scoring your project. First, let's start by your background. Your background should be of a light color. For example, consider using white background, maybe gray, light gray background, or any color that you prefer, but it is better to be light, just like this presentation. So your first point to consider is that your background should be of light color, and this background should be plain. You know that there are some backgrounds which are full of drawings and or texture or material. If you want to use drawings, try to use them to the minimum. Like, for example, this green shape here, you can use geometric shape, straight shape, rectangles or lines like this or this, but try to minimize using regarding the text that you want to use background. I want you to be direct. I want you to be brief and just type the main points that you want to provide to your students. Avoid redundant ideas, avoid details, avoid repetition. If you mention a role, for example, mention it once. Do not repeat yourself. Do not go in details, because as you remember, your project will be composed of only one page. So be direct and brief. But please do not think that summarizing your ideas is to distort the content. I want the content, and at the same time, I want it to be brief. That is to use the least effort, the least language possible. Do not go on longer text, because we are uh, constrained with limited space. And also try to present something that is new, something that you think your students will not know. Try to uh, be of rich content. Try to your content should be rich. So do not present, for example, a knowledge that is common or known to everyone. Another point is about alignment, about spacing, about putting or positioning of your elements. If you look at this shape, there are 9 squares. The most important point um, of your topic should be in number 5. This is the most important part, as you know, of the paper. So the darkest boxes, number 2, 4, 5, 6, and 8, are important, because normally people look at these parts. Number 1, 3, 9, and 7 are less important. So our focus, we will focus on these parts, starting from 5, moving to 2, 4, 6, 8, and then to 1, 3, 7, 9. So try to center the most important picture, for example, or a graph, or a map or something. Try to put it here. Okay, your title should be here, your examples and everything. If you want to insert icons or something that are not important or not related to your topic, you can insert them in a square or box 1379. The aim is to distribute your elements logically on the processor. Try to follow these boxes, and this is called the grid. try to use the grid for your poster of the titles. I mean, this title here is written in a serif format. This one, you know, this is small decorative flowers on the end of the strokes that make the letter and symbols are called serif. So if you look here in my title, there is a serif here, there is a serif here, here, and here, and here. So try to use the serif for titles and sans serif without serif for the content, like this. So try to use any combination of serif and sans serif fonts. Regarding the color, I want you to use from 2 to 3 colors only. Do not use more than that. And these colors should be of relation to each other, should match each other. And when you decide about the color, the 2 or 3 colors that you use, you should stick to your choice. Do not change them all through your flyer. So you can use these schemes. You can use, for example, cool colors ranging from blue to lighter blue and green, or you can be neutral. You can use black and white and gray, and you can use warm colors, that's yellow, orange, and red. Try to use one of these schemes, and if you have another scheme, there is no problem, but try to make contrast, because contrast draws attention, and do not use more than 3 colors. Of course, you are going to use images and icons. When you use images and icons, try to use transparent image. The background of this image, for example, is the same as the background of the presentation, so it looks like a part of, as if it is a part of the presentation. But the second one has a background which is yellow background, and this will distort your presentation, so it is wrong. Do not use images like this. Try to use transparent image like this. Sometimes you may want to focus on a specific part of a picture, so you use crop image like this to generate this. So this image is taken from here. So in Word 2013 up to 2019, there is a crop feature that enables you to take part of a picture and enlarge it. So it is cropping feature, and it is very, very good to have more effect. When you choose an image, try to position it logically. Do not just put it haphazardly or randomly in your flyer. So you can use it like this. And also here, as you see, this is an opaque picture, so do not use pictures like this with background. This is a very good one. The last point that I want you to be aware of is space. Space is very important. As you fill in the space, leave some space, free space. It is called negative space, so do not ignore negative space, please, because it is important. So every content should have its space. When you put a picture, there should be a space all around it from the 4 directions. If you look at this image, space here is very important. So if you look at the drawing, it is a hand. If you look at the space makes something like a face. This is just an example of how face or how space can be important in graphic design. I just want to conclude my tips with general recommendations. The first is design. Do not decorate. Our focus should be on designing, not decoration. Do not use much colors and icons and drawings. No, just focus on the content and how to design it to present effective flyer or a brochure. And also I want you to plan. Please do not guess. When you choose a color, there should be a reason of this color. Do not use something haphazardly. When you insert a picture, your picture should be informative. There should be a meaning of this picture. Okay, that's all for the graphic tips for today. Please watch this video and apply it to your flyer. Thank you very much.